Texas's plan for a gold and silver-backed digital currency marches on. We'll take a quick look at that. Of course, we'll do live gold, silver, maybe some Bitcoin analysis as well. And I'm taking chart requests. Get your requests in now. Use the super chats to get them so I can see them quite clearly, because we've got a lot of people watching now because this show is just going onwards and upwards. If you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching this live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But first, in the 1 minute of the show, the first 1 minute, we do the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. It is the honor system. I don't care where you are in the world, you must slurp it audibly. That's what we do here at the GMS family. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, slurp it. Oh, great to see everyone. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of December. Man, what a year it's been. 3rd of December, 2024. My name is Joe Main. I am coming to you live on X and live on YouTube as well. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. 866 subscribers. We are rocketing to 1,000, and we'll do another silver giveaway when we get to 1,000. And what else do you need to know? I am a stacker. I've been stacking precious metals since 2010. I've been in crypto since 2013. I stack silver, I stack satoshis, I stack skills, and I stack a community, this GMS family. It's what I've been doing. I've worked in the precious metals retail industry, so the bullion. I've worked for major bullion dealers in Australia over 11 years. Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion, and now I do this weekday live show. And what do we do in the first part of the show? We do the shout-outs. So again, use the time codes below to go to the bit about Texas or live gold, silver, platinum analysis, chart requests, all that stuff. Jason Ashworth, speaking of Jason Ashworth, morning Joe, morning Jason. This article comes from today, specifically from Jason. Jason sent me an email at gmstackers@gmail.com. gmstackers@gmail.com. If you want to send me any links to an article you would like me to talk about, a specific topic, if you have show and tell, if you saw something at your local coin shop, or if you want to send me a picture of your entire stack because you're like, hey, I reached my goal, rather than sending it out to the rest of the world, use me as the conduit and I'll send it through to my GMS family, and I'll share all your stuff too. So send me an email is a great idea, party people. So that is that, and some more shout outs, of course. Niels Han Dynasty. Hi, Tony Peterson. Bye. Hey, broken record, but it's kind of a good broken record. Buy silver, platinum, and crystallized osmium. I'm telling you, Neil and Gerald, if you're on as well, I want to know what's this osmium thing. You got to send me an email. GM Becky. Good morning, Becky. Is there a Becky? Oh, hello, Becky. Becky's back. Becky's back. Becky Gundelfinger. Sorry, I don't know why I can't get that out of my mouth. Good morning, Becky. Great to see you again. G'day, Mark Fleming. Great to see you too, young man. It's been a while. Let's see. Tony, copy text. I don't want to copy the text. Tony Peterson, chat mum is here. You say hello to everyone. Good. GMS, great people. I love the way our community is worldwide. Absolutely, I agree. We share a love of the shiny. Absolutely, we do. Let's see. Becky, good morning. I made it a point to be on time today. Good on you. I love the fact that you all talk before the show goes live. You get on in a few minutes. This will be an interesting topic. Yes, I think it will be. GMS Y'all says debt is great. 866 subs. Yes, hit the big red subscribe button. Hit the like button. It helps me with the algorithm, please. Good morning, all. Says the Don. Great to see you, mate. Steph Fran. Oh, I haven't seen you for a while, Steph Fran. A few weeks ago, I participated in a wheel game, and for $22, I won a spin. My reward was a $50 gold back. Oh, cool. That's cool. Valued at around $300. Which wheels was that? Yankee Stacking's wheel spin? Was that one of the online? Was that Yankee Stacking's live show? Because he does a wheel spin. Jason Razana, good morning, Stacking fam. Great to see everyone here. Of course, this show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You will hear a little bit more about them at some point within the show. It's great to see everyone here. Tony Pearson says, I was learning more about osmium. Oh, in Neil's chat yesterday. Great. Fantastic. Osmium 101 video. Can you send me a link to that, please? An Osmium 101 video, because I'd like to learn more about it. And if I find it, if I deem it worthy, whatever that means, then I'd love to share it on the show. That'd be great. Cool. Yeah, you want to talk about it? Let's do it. Let's talk about Texas's plan, which is continuing. It's marching on for their gold and silver-backed digital currency. This news has actually been around for about a year or so, but there's just been a slight recent update. A little article came out just sort of updating it. So let's take a quick little look. I don't think I talked about it. Well, this show's only been going since June, I think it is, so I wouldn't have talked about it last time. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, let's read the news. So you get a little bit of a backstory, and you get a quick update on it as well. Let's share the screen. Share the screen, people. Texas pushes forward with 100% gold-backed transactional currency legislation. Texas unveils bold plan, gold-backed digital currency. Lawmakers propose statewide digital coins, fully redeemable in precious metals, offering an alternative to traditional currency. Ooh, that hasn't worked in the past. But let's see, they're not calling it the dollar, so that's probably, they're not using the word dollar, so they probably won't go to jail. In a bold move challenging the federal monetary system, Texas legislators are advancing groundbreaking bills that will establish a state-backed digital currency fully redeemable in gold and silver, potentially reshaping the future of state and national financial infrastructure. State Representative Mark Durazio, R means Republican, has introduced twin bills, House Bill blah 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 and House Bill blah blah blah, proposing the creation of a digital currency that would be 100% backed by gold and silver through the Texas Bullion Depository. So apparently it's a novel approach to state currency. The proposed legislation would allow Texans to conduct transactions using a digital currency directly tied to precious metals, offering an alternative to traditional Federal Reserve notes. According to the bills, quote, each unit of the digital currency issued represents a particular fraction of a troy ounce of gold held in trust. Quote continues, this isn't just about creating another cryptocurrency. This is a quote by Durazio, stated in a recent interview. It's about providing Texans with a stable, transparent monetary option that protects against inflation, yes, and federal monetary policy volatility, yes. Constitutional considerations and historical context. The move builds on a long-standing debate about state currencies. Before the Federal Reserve, 1913, there was, every state had its own currency. And I think maybe even before that. It'd be before that as well, not just 1913, my apologies. But yes, states had individual currencies. The US Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, prohibits states from coining money. There you go, yes, but allows for gold and silver to be used as legal tender. At least 13 states have explored similar initiatives since the 2008 financial crisis. I think Utah was one of them as well. Potential economic implications. Economists warn that while innovative, the proposal faces significant challenges. The current federal monetary system gives the government crucial economic management tools, including controlling money supply during economic fluctuations. William Green, a constitutional tender expert. Geez, imagine, what do you do for a living? I'm a constitutional tender expert. Cool. Suggests the initiative could have far-reaching consequences over time, as residents use both Federal Reserve notes and gold and silver coins. The coin's stable value could drive out less reliable currency. Absolutely. So that it's a threat for sure. Key features of the proposed digital currency: 100% backed by physical gold and silver, electronically transferable, digital, redeemable in specie or at current gold prices, protected from legislative appropriation. All right. The bill represents a direct challenge. Yes, it does, to the Federal Reserve's monetary monopoly, creating a state-level alternative currency. Texas could potentially provide a hedge against inflation. Yep. Offers citizens an alternative store of value. Yep. Demonstrate an alternative to fiat currency. Yep. What's next? And this is the little update, okay? The bills are set to be assigned to House committees when the 2025 legislative session begins on January 14th. Okay, so January 14th, it's going to be assigned to the House committee. Whether it might not get voted on or signed on that particular day, but that's when the Texas legislative people come back into session. Until then, the proposal continues to generate significant discussion among economists, politicians, and financial experts. As one anonymous Treasury Department source noted, do not believe this is probably, I think, just a made-up anonymous quote. I never believe anonymous sources when it says an anonymous source. Quote, though, this is uncharted territory. The implications could be profound. Yeah, true. Investors and citizens alike are watching closely to see how this unprecedented monetary experiment might unfold. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it will get up? Do you think it will be voted? It will come to pass? Will the bill get ratified, as they say? And does that have major implications? Look, it's a huge threat for sure. So let's get your comments on this. Had you heard about this previously, or had you not heard about this? Let's get some comments here. Tony Pearson says, it's great to see precious metals making a comeback as real money. No more printer. Go. Yes, you cannot print more gold and silver. That is so true. Steph Fran says, yes, that's what we want. Fair enough. The yellow rose of Texas in a gold back would be amazing. The yellow rose of Texas. What is the yellow rose of Texas? Let's see. I'll scroll back. Sorry, Tiny. Chat Mum's going to tell me to scroll back. So how about I do that? I was learning more about... Ladies, I do agree. Lovely to see the ladies in the chat. I agree. I think I have a disproportionate... It's because I'm so good looking. I have a disproportionate amount of female stackers. Because when you look at the male to female stacking ratio, it's pretty skewed in the male direction. But on my channel, in my community, more of the ladies are here. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But back to topic. Imagine how collectible any currency created for the... Imagine how collectible any currency created for the Texas gold backs. Right. Yeah, I don't know what the yellow rose of Texas is. Is that a famous Texan gold nugget? Or is it just the state flower? I don't know what that is. Let's see. More comments on what we've just been talking about. Steph Fran says, major implications for the Fed and the manipulators, but good for the people. Yes. One day I will get a proper studio where I do not have to keep adjusting the light. Let's see, more comments on that. So, my thoughts? Anyone want my thoughts? Who would give two shits about my thoughts? My thoughts is great news. Great news, gold-backed digital currency, fantastic. We've got to get at least one state bringing it back, and that will be precedence for other states to, and they're trying to do it, but other states to get it as well. And then, it's the 100th monkey principle, or there's the snowball effect. More and more will do that, and we would love to. And I think at some point, you never know, the US, and they would probably be the first country to do it if they were ever going to go back to a gold, precious metals backed system. It would, if any country was, it probably would be the States first, and then that opens it up to the rest of the world. So Australia would probably be one of the last ones. This is it's the power of the United States of America. Okay, they're United States, but they're still individual states. Now we have individual states here in Australia, but we're governed by the monarchy, you know, by the Commonwealth as well. So yeah, we make our own individuals' decisions, but not as much as the United States. It's such a good system. The founding fathers of the United States came up with an amazing system. It's just a really good system. The Constitution, nothing's perfect and all that kind of stuff, of course. But it is a good system. And I prefer systems versus goals. And it is a very good system. It's stood the test of time so far. And the fact is that the states can make their individual decisions. They do what's best for their state. And then if it works, others might follow. If it doesn't work, well, then you learn your lesson. I just think it's a really good system over there. Everyone has their faults and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I think it's a good thing that Texas is trying to implement this. And good on a Republican representative. Was it Senate or I've forgotten whether it was a senator. But good on them. And I wish them the best. And I hope it gets up in early 2025. I think it's just only positive. But it is a huge threat though. So I could see, this is interesting, I could see how any administration. So I could see how the Trump administration would do it. I could see how a left-leaning Democratic administration would do the same. It is potentially a threat to the dollar. And as we've just seen with Trump, with the BRICS nations, give a huge, haha, no, you're not going to do that thing. I could see them doing that internally as well. So it's a threat. It is a threat. So I could even see Trump going, hey, Texas, if you try and introduce a gold bag and get away from the dollar, I'm going to tariff the crap out of you. I could actually see that happening. But I think it's good. It's a good step. And I think we should go back to a gold-backed digital currency. Tony Pearson says, yep. And Moonlights, yes, I do. Yep, our Joe is a cutie. Tony. And Moonlights as the lead singer for a U2 tribute band. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not going to show you photos of that or video of that right now. I would guesstimate 10% of stackers are solely women, but with collectibles. Oh, I see. With collectibles, yeah, it's about 20%. You know why? I'm going to be really sexist here. You know why? Because they're in tiny little pretty boxes. And look at the tiny thing, and you get the little, oh, it's so cute. And you get the certificate of authentication. Yeah, you get the certificate of the thing. That was a very general impression of a lady. And Tony, you're a lady. Let's see. Comments. Stefan says, a proper studio isn't necessary in terms of the line. Just keep supplying accurate info. Nice. That's what I'm here for. And your good looks. Wow. Let's see. Gerald Draper's here. Great to see you. Whoop, whoop, Osmium Twins. Osmium Twins are in the house. Someone's talking about bone broth. I love the fact that you guys just talk about everything here. It's great. I do like bone broth as well. I should make it more. I should make more of it. Let's see. Comments on this last bit, then we'll get into live gold, silver, platinum analysis. Any requests, let me know. Let's grow our group within the group, says Becky. Oh, so we've got Becky, we've got Tony, we've got Steph. Oof. It's a veritable, what's the word? It's a veritable harem of lady stackers. Okay, now you're scaring me. Interesting. Oh, man. Yeah. Interesting pardon by Biden. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. I don't think we have enough time for me to go on a massive rant about Hunter Biden being pardoned. Do you want the short answer? The short answer is, of course, it was going to happen. No one should be shocked it was going to happen. And I would do the same. If it were my son and I was the prez, I'd do the same. That's it. I guess it was always going to happen. So, yeah. Stefan says, any thoughts on Trump going to war with BRICS? We did talk about this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes. Yesterday. Yeah, we spoke about that. So watch yesterday's show. That would be great. Okay. What am I going to do here? Of course, I'm going to quickly tell you about my brand partners, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Buy from them. They're awesome. They give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. perthbullion.com.au. That quick. And Wealthstack, wealthstack.com, an amazing unallocated gold program. They will be doing silver and platinum. They're adding a debit card, etc. If this is not for you physical stackers, that's cool. Send this to your normie friends and family who think you're crazy, and this is their gateway drug into the real stuff. Although this is really backed by the real stuff, 100% backed by real one-to-one with real physical metal, but you're buying gold for spot plus 1%, whether you buy $1 million or $1 or $10 worth, okay? Go to wealthstack.com, go to the frequently asked questions page down on the bottom left-hand corner. You read the frequently asked questions page, get a feel for what Wealthstack app is. It's a phone app for Apple or Android, okay? And just send it to your friends and family and go, hey, you don't want to be one of those crazy stackers like me? Just download the app and buy gold there, okay? If that's all they do, they're still protecting the wealth that they have. They're still maintaining their purchasing power over longer periods of time. They're just not doing it in the physical, holding it in their hands. Is that okay with you? I think that's okay. Wealthstack, one word, and that's the icon right there on both the Apple store and the Google Play Store, the Android Play Store. Yeah, those are those two. That was really quick, wasn't it? Let's do live gold, silver, and platinum analysis, and maybe we'll do Bitcoin as well. We're adding that to the rotation at the moment, and I will take a chart request if I have time. Get your chart requests in there for any kind of asset. Here is gold on the daily time frame, priced in USD, 2,638.39 US dollars. I am still confident while we are below the mother of all trend lines. This goes all the way back to 1980. That we are going to be seeing lower prices. I'm still confident with that for the moment. Okay, until we start closing and holding above the mother of all trend lines, we're going to see lower prices, and I'm 80% sure of that at this stage. Could I be 20% wrong and then we just crack back above? Yeah, fantastic. Would I be happy that that's the case? Absolutely. That's good for me, good for you. But that's really all you need to know. This is a really quick analysis. If I look on the 4-hourly time frame, I don't do too much try not to do too much soothsaying and predicting on a shorter term. Still in a downtrend on the relative strength index, so that's just, I remain confident for lower prices again, just well below this line. 1 hour time frame, there's not a lot to say. Look, on the positive side, I will say we are consolidating just under resistance, so that's actually a sign of strength. Not big moves down. We have been ranging for. This is the hourly time frame. We've been ranging since Monday, November the 25th. So it's been over a week, and we've roughly ranging between about 2,600 and about 2,660. And we haven't seen a larger further move down. And that's under resistance, or not far under resistance. So that's actually a little bit of a strong sign or signal there. Okay. Yeah, but I'm still 80% sure we see lower prices. Could be completely wrong. For the new subscribers, what are those lower prices? Down to here, $2,500 around, and if 2,500 to there-ish doesn't hold, then 2,250 to 2,150 is my best buy zone, best risk to reward. I'm kind of 60% confident that we get down to there within the next few months. Unless we start cracking above here, and then, hey, we're good to go. I did have a final hurdle, and I think that was at 2,734, because that was this Fibonacci right there. So the final hurdle for new all-time highs, and I've got it drawn in somewhere, but it's right there, 2,735 US dollars. Until we crack above 2,735, no new all-time highs in gold are coming soon, and that's anytime. So we have to crack above there. That could be in 3 months' time, in 2 months' time, in 6 months' time. We have to crack above 2,735 in order for me to be 100% confident that new all-time highs are coming. very soon after that. But we're butting up against that mother of all trend lines first. Got to climb that mountain, and 80% chance we see lower prices. That's it. That's gold. Silver, $30.50 US cents, priced in USD. Daily time frame, tradingview.com website. Potential double bottom playing out. Okay, potential head and shoulders here. Nothing's changed a lot from yesterday. You've still got that potentially happening. Okay, that could be a turnaround there. I'm still 80% sure that we see lower prices coming. Could be completely wrong. Could just crack up and do that. That would be very, very positive. You crack above $32.50. Continued go time for silver, and that even gives it a potential to head up and break above 35 US dollars in 2024. So technically we could see some higher highs in 2024, but we've got to do that. Got to break above 31, got to really clear and hold $32.50. We're nowhere near there just yet. Okay, so this remains in play for me. 80% sure we see the best buy zone hit. Again, at least 28 US dollars. That's the only thing that's given me pause to think this could be a turnaround, is that little double bottom there, those two spikes. Yeah. But that's it. That's all you need to know. On the relative strength index on the daily, again, could be a tick over here, but nothing's set in stone. So I will remain 80% sure that we see the best buy zone hit. Happy to be wrong. Good. That's silver. Let's take a look at platinum. Still hovering around 945 US dollars. That's at this key level. We failed to close a couple of days so far. So we had that move back down into this area here. This was telling me I was confident that the best buy zone of 900 to 750, anywhere from there to there, was going to be hit. We're back into the depressed zone. Okay, right there. This is my depressed zone. What's that? Cautiously excited, and this is my excited zone for platinum. We're still in the depressed zone, and in the bottom half of the depressed zone, 945. As you can see right there, that clear, that thin blue line right there has not closed above it. Until we do that, I'm saying we're heading down, and down we go to at least the top end of the best buy zone at 900. Clear 945 and clear about 960, and then we'll start talking higher prices from there. We're not there yet. Cool. And if I think gold and silver are going to be going down further, I have to say the same for platinum. That's gold, silver, platinum. I will do the gold to silver ratio today. Haven't done it for about a week or so, I think. Coming up to a crucial level. I always say crucial. We are in the gold territory. We're in the territory for gold. Okay, this was the neutral zone right here. Anything above this uptrend line is good for gold. Anything below this anything below this trend line right here is better for silver. We're just above the neutral zone, so we're in the territory of gold continuing to outperform silver. Could we find this? Look, it's tracking up on the relative strength index. Nothing to tell me it's going to tick over just yet. As this is going up, gold's outperforming silver. As this is going down, silver is outperforming gold. You're coming up to a significant support level that if you want to see the gold to silver ratio go higher, meaning you're all in gold and you want to see it outperform silver, then what you want to see is this find support right here. And it's coming right onto the apex, isn't it? Right here, and then bounce off and then head up to gold's final hurdle. That's at 93.4 on the, it sounds like an FM station, 93.4 on the gold to silver ratio. You would want to see it climb above there, act as support, and then onwards and upwards we go. Again, if you want gold to outperform silver, if you want silver to outperform gold, you want this to tank like a stone. You want to see this break and find resistance and back down. And as we've been saying, below here at 80.6, 80.5, below here confirms long-term silver dominance. We did test it. It was a quick move. It was a failed move to hold. Oftentimes from a failed move is a fast move in the opposite direction. So we need to see that. I would suggest that the second time it does that, You do that this time, it's not going to crack back up again. I think you would see that tick over. That's what you want to see if you want silver to outperform gold, because you want to swap your silver for a lot more gold later on down the track. But we're in gold's favor at the moment on the gold to silver ratio. Tesla's up. We won't look at Tesla. That is the precious metals. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It is part of the current ratio. This is Bitcoin on the Bitstamp exchange price. It's one of the oldest exchanges that's been doing Bitcoin, $95,400 US. It's on the daily time frame. Looking overbought. So I would not be surprised for a further move down from here. That doesn't necessarily mean that at this stage that all the other coins, the altcoins, would be all going down at the same time as well. We could be getting into alt season here, and I'll show you the Bitcoin dominance chart in just a moment. But if I was looking at it from a relative strength index perspective on the daily time frame, it looks like it's ticking over and has room to move down. We've been extremely overvalued on the daily time frame twice just recently, double top-ish, and then it looks like it's probably potentially still ticking over. Now, having said that, it is currently respecting a rough trend line, which is roughly here. It's kind of respecting that right there. It's almost about to potentially tick over to it. If that ticks over, then I would be looking for lower prices in Bitcoin coming. I don't think any lower than about 85,000, but if it does go lower, absolutely no lower than 74, because that's the previous breakout. So that's right there at 74. As my voice cracks, you wouldn't see. Well, if you did see lower than that, that's really not good for the Bitcoin price. That would probably suggest a potential top is already in. So I would suggest 74, 75 is your lowest point. I don't think we're done with the Bitcoin price. So if it gets down to like 74, 75,000 US dollars, that would probably, not financial advice, be a nice, very nice area to pick up some more. I think it's probably on its way to crack through the 100K barrier. As someone posted, and I don't know if I can, let me just show you here. Can I find it? This is my X account, by the way. You really should be following me on here. Nearly 2,600 followers on X. Okay, I've just recently been transitioning. I'm transitioning from a faceless account to personal. It was a faceless account, a pseudonym for a very long time. It was Joe in general. I've just added my own photo and all that, going more personal on there. And the reason I'm showing you this is because I want to. It's not there anymore. It was a Bitcoin. Don't worry, it's not going to be there. Never mind. It was someone on one of the on CNBC or something talking about Bitcoin and how if it hits 100,000, there's actually not a lot of supply in it at the moment. That would be a big psychological value. If it hits over 100,000, you're going to see a quick move to much higher prices. I tend to agree with that. If it breaks the psychological barrier of 100,000, then it's going to be quickly to say like 120, 130 in a very short amount of time in probably this year as well. And I would agree with that, but we're not there yet, okay? Based on the relative strength index, if it doesn't tick up here and start heading back into extremely overvalued, then we're probably ticking over and finding some lower prices. On the weekly time frame on Bitcoin, we are in a red week. It was technically a red week last week. We closed. There was a big spike though up. We like big spikes on the downward side because it says the buyers are in control of the market. We are trending. We are down for the week so far. This little area here at about $94,000 might be the major area of support now. Why? Because that goes through these previous two all-time highs in 2021 and April 2021 and November 2021. That's that trend line right there, and you might find a bounce off there and onwards and upwards. And again, back through 100,000, that is very positive for Bitcoin. I don't think we're done. Okay, on the monthly time frame, you've got a lot of room to move higher on the relative strength index, and this is traditionally the last part of the 4-year cycle, and it's the most explosive part in terms of pricing. And let's take a quick look at the Ooh, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart, okay? So this is charting the dominance of Bitcoin versus everything else in the crypto universe, okay? So it's basically Bitcoin versus everything else, Ethereum, all that stuff, okay? Basically, this is an altcoin season indicator, okay? So as this is going up, Bitcoin's just the flavor of the month, the flavor of the year, the flavor of the season. As this starts to break down, that's when altcoin season takes place. So for example, back here in January of 2021, you had this top right here, and then once you broke a certain area, it was around about here-ish. It started to break down. It was around about here actually, and then people started calling altcoin season around about March, February, March, and then Bitcoin dominance went right back down to old school low levels, and during that period, of those months right there, it was total altcoin season. And then we've been consolidating for a while, and then Bitcoin's been taking center stage again. And here's a downtrend line right here. Many people are calling it, and it looks pretty certain at this stage that we're in the beginnings of a new altcoin season. So Bitcoin could be going down a bit. It could be just sort of ranging sideways. But that means if the Bitcoin dominance is going down, that means altcoin season is really happening. So I wouldn't say Ethereum, that's probably not really an altcoin anymore, but all your majors, your lower caps, your mid caps, your low caps, all the alts will probably shoot for the stars. As this continues down on the monthly time frame, it's absolutely looks like it's found its top right here at what do you know? This is the relative strength index at the very top end of the normal range of the relative strength index on the Bitcoin dominance chart. It looks like it is ticking over now. It's probably going to do a similar thing like this, maybe not get all the way down to extremely undervalued, but it's probably going to, have a longer move. It'll find support somewhere. I don't know where it'll find support. Let's call it, say, there is probably the most likely, I think, is where you would find support around about there. But that gives you a good solid 6 to 9 months, possibly even out to the end of sort of October, November, for altcoin season to really rage. And that's probably going to really kick off in the start of next year. It's probably starting now, sort of the beginnings of it, but altcoin season looks like it's happening. So now, this is all dependent on Bitcoin still roughly going up, okay? You can't just see Bitcoin crash and altcoins go up. No, if Bitcoin crashes, then altcoins will go down with it. It would signal a change in the structure of the market. But if Bitcoin's just going down a little bit or ranging or going up a little bit, Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins go through the roof. Cool. Speaking of, are there any chart requests for any altcoins, any stocks, anything like that? Let me have a look. Any chart requests whatsoever, and I'm going to read your comments right now. Nice, I like that. I'm going to read all of these if I can. Let's see. Thanks for watching. Hit the big red subscribe button. Might have already been... Bobby AG. I don't know what you're talking about. Might have already been Git mode. Don't know what you're talking about, but that's all right. Steph wants to see GALA. Crypto, thank you. So Steph wants GALA. I think I might have the time for that. Did I already look at GALA? I don't know if I did. Any other ones? No. All right, Steph, you've had the first chart request, so I'll get to your chart request. Any other comments? I'll get to your comments in just a moment. All right, so let's take a look at GALA. Cool. Chart request for GALA. It is a crypto. It has been asked for by Steph Fran, one of my wonderful subscribers. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. GALA is a crypto. Let's take a quick look. As soon as I open the window more, the light comes shining through. Of course it does. So thank you, Steph. Let me see. Share the screen. GALA. Okay. We just looked at the Bitcoin dominance, and that's suggesting that altcoin season is upon us, but let's have a look at GALA. I remember GALA. I've forgotten what it did, but it's been around for a while, GALA. We'll take a look at the Binance price. Probably KuCoin probably would have... I'll check KuCoin and I'll check Binance. KuCoin probably listed it before Binance, so it's probably a longer time frame. So this Binance one goes back to September 21, And oh no, August 21. Yeah, slightly longer. Okay, so I'll take the. It's much of a muchness. I'll take the Binance one because it probably has more. It has more liquidity. It will than the KuCoin one. So we'll take the Binance listing for GALA. I've forgotten what GALA does. Can you remind me, please, Steph, what the fundamentals of GALA are? I'm looking at this on a purely technical time frame. This is looking incredibly similar to many other altcoins at the moment. They're all in this. I've seen many with this basic pattern like this. So at the moment, it looks bullish. If I think we're going to go through an altcoin season, which I think we will, then I'd have to say it's looking bullish. But let's look at the technicals, okay? Obviously, the trend line is the one I want to look at. Has that been broken just yet? Are we almost there? Did we just break it? Oh, we did. Okay, so very positive for GALA. Okay, we have broken this trend line. Doesn't mean it will completely, completely stay that way. Anything can happen. But there's your descending triangle, or descending flag, if you want to call it that, right there. So that's a very clear breakout now. So that is confirmed breakout. Absolute confirmed breakout for GALA. Again, rising tide raises all ships, so it's probably looking good for many, many cryptos. GALA looks like it happens to be one of them. And look, if it's on Binance, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed it's going to go up with everything else because it's on Binance and it's like the world's largest exchange. So many people will just be trading on Binance. So they'll just trade anything that looks good, but it does look good. So this is the weekly time frame. So broken out on the weekly. What you will probably see, and not every single time, but what you tend to have is a breakout and a retest. I don't know if that will happen with this one. It doesn't always happen, but just beware. Great to see it break out. At some point, it might have a little bit of a short-term top, and then come and retest a certain level. If it's going to retest anywhere, it's going to retest right here. Now, don't wait. I wouldn't necessarily wait for a retest, but it will retest around about here. See that previous resistance level at about the 3.5 cent level. So I could see something like that. If Bitcoin has a little bit of a sell-off, okay, I could see something like that happening. And then that's the bounce off, and then that's the confirmation, and then onwards and upwards you go. I'm not saying it's 100% going to do that, so you could just sail to the moon from here, but just be aware a breakout to a certain point and then a retest is pretty natural. If you haven't gotten into GALA yet and you're waiting for a dip, I wouldn't wait for the dip because it may not come. Okay, but if it dips more, hey, put half of your investable amount that you want to put into GALA. Do it now, for example, because you've seen that breakout. And then, hey, if it comes back down to there and you see it find it as support, then that would be a confirmation signal to really do your other half, or the rest of your dry powder for GALA. So let's talk about confluence with the Fibonacci. Is there confluence? Let's take from the high and the low. Let's see. So the high, so this was 2 cents. It had a high of 82 cents. Good to see. High and the lows of 1.2, 1.3 cents. Do we have any confluence? Well, no, because it's been such a large range that we're not even into that area yet. Okay. But I do think that these will probably respect, as this is going up, if it continues to go up and we go up into this, this general range here, I think this, because Fibonacci, crypto follows Fibonacci pretty well. So I would see these as levels of support and resistance along the way. So I would probably expect to be levels of confluence here. So the big major area, you've really got to close above 20 cents. I would like to call that I'm going to call that my getting excited line. Okay, so the getting interested line is technically not a line. The getting interested area is the breakout right here. So I'm interested. So I'll pop it here actually. That's where I'll say right there. We'll call it about 4 cents. Cool? Cool. So I'm already interested in this. So 4 cents getting interested. So I'm already interested in this. Okay, it's on the right hand, it's on the left hand side over there. My getting excited line is, and that's, I mean, geez, can you imagine getting in at 4 cents and then getting out if you want, or taking some profits at the 20-cent getting excited line? Okay, that's right there, and I'll put this on the right hand side so you can see that, and I'll put that on the right hand side so you can see that. There you go. 4 cents. I'm interested in GALA. That's very interesting. I mean, here's the problem with the thing with altcoins though. There's thousands of them, and again, in an altcoin market, rising tide raises all ships. So it's really what's the word I'm looking for? Tempting to see another chart. And it's only because you've requested this chart, Steph, where I've gone, oh, that looks interesting too. But I've got so many other altcoins that are doing this exact same thing. But now in my head, I'm going, oh, I think I want to get into GALA as well. The problem there is you don't want to spread yourself thin. If I can give you any advice, and this is advice for me at the same time, do not spread yourself thin over 50 different altcoins because they're all looking like they're doing the same thing. Stick to the ones that you are confident with, because your brain can't handle more than about 5, and it just gets so confusing, and you've got a whole long of charts and you're watching these so many things. You will miss the top. You will miss tops if you are looking at too many altcoins. So I like the look of GALA. It looks really good to me. I'm probably not going to get into it, even though it looks really good at this stage. It's looking positive. Altcoin season is probably coming. And can you imagine? I would say this is more for people who aren't in crypto or aren't in many altcoins at the moment. Can you imagine getting in around about here and just getting out at the getting excited line? So you're not even waiting for all-time highs. You're just getting out at this major area. That's a 330% gain. Come on, man. Right? Now, if you're going to get into it, if you want to make a decent bit of money, you've got to get into it with size. That's one of the big top tips for investing. If you're confident with something, don't just put $1,000 in it. If you've got $10,000 to spend, don't spread it over 10 different altcoins. Find 1 or 2, maybe 3, 5 tops that you're really confident on and go in with size. So if you're confident with GALA, Steph, for its fundamentals, don't just put $500 in, right? Put a decent chunk in, because a 330% move on $10,000, for example, I'm not telling you to put $10,000 in, but as an example, well, there you go. That's a decent profit, isn't it? If you are confident on this particular altcoin, right? On GALA. But imagine being Mr. or Mrs. Safety, and you want to wait until we start closing above the getting excited line. What's the final hurdle that would suggest to me new all-time highs are coming? I'm not going to suggest new all-time highs are coming with this one, because this is taking it out to sort of April. Probably your top for the altcoin market, for the crypto market, is going to be sort of your October, November. I'm not going to definitely say an all-time high is coming for this one, but your final hurdle, look, we'll pop it in. Sorry, I should pop it in. I think it's going to be the 61.8 is your final hurdle for new all-time highs. Normally I would say the 78.6, but no, I'm going to put it here at 50 cents, 51 cents. Cool. 51 cents final hurdle for new all-time highs. That would be the signal for me that if you crack and start closing any month above 51 US cents, then that would say, oh, it's going to break an all-time high, right? Imagine getting in here and selling most of your position at the final hurdle of 50 cents. That's a 1,000% move. I'm not saying it's going there, but even imagine doing the following. Imagine really waiting for confirmation. You want to wait for the getting excited line. So it starts closing above 20 cents. So that's looking good. And you have to be convincingly over on a monthly time frame, not spiking, but closing. Okay. And then I'm going to get in here and get out here before the final hurdle, because I'm not sure if it will make new all-time highs. That's a 130% move. Yeah. So that's it. And look, if for some reason we do start cracking all-time highs, I don't necessarily think we will on GALA. It's got a lot of room to move, and maybe not as much of a time frame to do it. Could be completely wrong. But your major areas I would be looking out for would be, yeah, but again, I like the 2.618 and the 4.236. So that is just me. Other people would completely disagree. but I would say between here and here. So it's at April, May, June, July, August, September, October-ish. Between about there and there would be the major profit-taking area. That's between about $2.15 and $3.50. I don't know if it's going to get to there, okay? But just bear that in mind. It's around about there. Cool. Major profit taking. Cool? Cool. Get it? Got it? Good. And that's where you would be getting out of probably 80% of your position and leaving 80-90%, leave 10 to 20% in the bag. Always leave 10 to 20% in the bag because you never know. It could just shoot for the absolute moon. But imagine, hey, let's just blue sky think, and I'm not saying anything like this is happening. But imagine getting into the getting interested line. You've broken this major trend line that right there. Let's say you're waiting until it bounces off and then shows strong support, and then you get in at around about your 4 cents, 5 cents kind of mark, and you ride it to the major profit taking area, and then you sell out about 0.5%. That's 4,500%. I'm not saying you should be taking profits along the way. I would imagine you would take some profits here. So that's your TP1. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. This is your TP1. TP1, take profit. So your first taking profit area is at 20 cents. Your second, I never do this, but maybe I'll start doing it. Your second taking profit area is at 50 cents, TP2. So you should be, and you should be, because you should always be taking profits, you should be scaling out at certain major levels. That's the first major level at 20 cents. That's the second major level at 51 cents, about 50 cents. And that's your final TP3 major profit taking area at that $2.15 to $3.50. So imagine selling some of it here, 360%, selling some of it here, 1,100, 1,200%, selling the last bit of it here at 4,500%. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean any of this is doing anything, and crypto could crash tomorrow. Get it? Got it? Good. That has been GALA. Final comments, and then we'll get out of here. So thanks for that, Steph. I appreciate it. Going to scroll down because there's been a lot of comments. Gerald's making some comments. Everyone. Let's see. Final comments. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You're talking about chicken soup. Oh my God, people. Bone broth, all that stuff. We talked about how cute I am. Yeah, that's good too. Becky says, let's grow our group within the group. Oh, we already said that before. Might have been Git mode. We did that. Remix Reprise. Hello, Remix Reprise. Great to see you. I've never seen you on the show before, so welcome. Great to see you. How has the US election affected the charts? It has affected the charts. So in terms of gold and silver, Trump coming in seems to have added a bit of stability, actually. So it's a little bit risk on at the moment. So it seems like the market's gone a little bit more risk on. They've gone, phew, that, we're not going to have 4 more years of the current administration. It's Trump who was lowering taxes. We saw record low inflation, record low unemployment, record low gas prices, petrol prices, all that stuff. So confidence actually came back, and that's seen a drop in the silver and gold prices because, in general, the worse people think the world is going to go, the more gold and silver go up in response to that as a safe haven asset. And particularly with crypto, because the Trump administration is now very pro-crypto. So that's seen Bitcoin go. Now, I think that was going to happen anyway. Maybe not as much if the other side had have gotten in, but yeah, Trump got in and then crypto went like that. So that's how it has affected the charts. Remix Reprise, great to see you on the channel. Bobby AG, how many thousands of ounces is a good goal in many different? How many thousands of ounces is a good goal in many different increments? I don't understand the many different increments part, but how many thousands of ounces? As many as you can muster. But a lot of people go for the 1,000. 1,000's good. It's a good start. and go from there. Some people will never get to 1,000, and that's okay. You just do what you can with your own situation. Don't worry if you don't get to 1,000 ounces of silver. 1,000 ounces of silver back in the day was like a king's amount of silver. Okay, so if you have 500 ounces of silver, 200 ounces of silver, guys, you're doing so much better than the 99 point something % of the rest of the population. Okay, you're still early. Let's see. Remix, reprice high. Stefan, if the world's turmoil continues, gold will hit an all-time high. I think it's going to hit an all-time high anyway, regardless of the turmoil. I think it's just, and many other people do, think the stock market is quite overvalued at the moment, and there are periods of time where, regardless of what's happening in the world, the economy could be going fantastic. For example, but still institutional whale investors still see that the stock market's quite overvalued to where it's previously been, and they'll see that precious metals are quite undervalued to where they've previously been, and then there will be that capital rotation regardless of who's in power, regardless of what the economy is doing. So I think it happens no matter what, and we're talking much higher prices in gold. Much higher. $10,000 kind of gold. Yeah. Let's see. If BRICS is 40% fractionally backed by gold, I wonder what non-BRICS countries will set their fractional percentage as. Yeah. If it's based on a country's debt, it will either be a less percentage or the value of gold will skyrocket. World War III is almost a given at this point. I disagree. Nope. No. World War III is not going to occur unless it's not going to occur on Trump's watch. Not going to happen. There is apparently, and I know, Tony, you love a good conspiracy theory. You love a good woo-woo thing. There's talk at the moment that the deal of the century, the deal of the millennia is being worked on at the moment in terms of a whole package, like the whole ball and dice peace deal. And it involves Ukraine, it involves Russia, it involves Israel, it involves the whole ball and dice. There's rumor, and rumors are just rumors, but there's rumors, and people are trying to piece together, people are talking to this people, and this person's doing this, and this person's that the incoming Trump administration are trying to do the whole bloody package in one go. And if anyone can do it, I think they can. So you never know. I don't think World War III is a thing. I don't think it will be. If it will be, though, I'll tell you what, it won't be fought with nuclear weapons. It'll be drones. I'd rather see the elites cage fighting over it. Putin versus Jake Paul. That'd be cool. I'd pay to see that. Bobby AG. Watch for 3 different currency offers in the next few months. Fix, rebirth, new. 0 will happen by the people for the people. Ooh. Tony still thinks the debt jubilee is coming. I don't believe so, but we love to have our separate opinions. Go private of law of the land, common law. Ooh, go private and law of the land, common law. Yeah, the sovereign man, the sovereign citizen movement. I looked into that briefly, the whole common law, living a thing, and then when you go to court, this rule back in this and sign the Constitution, the Australian this and that. It's never worked, unfortunately. Tony Peterson, we don't have the protection of a constitution in Australia. No, we do not. That is unfortunate, says Gerald Draper. I do agree. Our government is currently herding us into forced digital ID. Yep. Yes, and the US Constitution is taken for granted, I think, by many. Let's see. Best of luck herding cats. Trickle down is good. AI agents are growing in popularity. Yes, I do. GALA wins. I think GALA, it's looking good. It's looking good, Steph. Hagar, Northman, sold a little XRP to buy some gold. That was probably a good move because XRP's had a huge move in the last couple of days. What's XRP doing? It's like $2.70. Let me just quickly see what XRP is doing today. Has it opened? The new day hasn't started. It's at, I could share the screen, $2.76 for XRP. I'm going to share the screen really quickly, just show you XRP, just so people know. This is XRP, man. Look at this on the monthly time frame. We are near all-time highs. Man, I did buy some XRP at around about, after the pump, at around about $1.25, I think it was, $1.20 something. So I'm riding this little move at the moment, so that's good. And as I've been posting, and I'll show you this, I posted this on my X account right here. Starting to think this wasn't so crazy. I posted this on November 30th. Just saying, look at that. So I'll show you that represented on the live chart. This is this. Now I'm not saying it's going to do this, but it does. It's looking less and less crazy. Okay, this is a quarterly chart of XRP. Okay, so each candle is 3 months. Okay, going through this area and this area. There's your major uptrend line. That takes it to like $2,000, $3,000, something like that. If it keeps going the way it's going now, look, it's in extremely overvalued already on the quarterly time frame. So you won't spend a lot of time there, but you've got a lot of room to move, and you can pump a huge amount in that time. You could pump to $300, $250, $300 XRP in this bull run is really doable with the really, like the major, like if it goes hog wild, a couple of thousand, don't bet on a couple of thousand, but even like $10 XRP is basically, I think, a given in this current bull climate. If it continues going where it's going, $100 XRP, it's actually not surprising if everything else is going up at the same time. Now, could it be that XRP is the canary in the coal mine? Well, not the canary in the coal mine. It's the leader, and then that's the first thing that has its big topping, and then everything continues, and this has its consolidation and goes back down. Yeah, but you can get to $10, $20 bloody easily for XRP in this bull run, and you've still got lots of room to move on the relative strength index. So $10, I think, is pretty much a lock-in. Don't quote me on that, for XRP. So that's at least another 4 times from here. Again, you might have a bit of a retrace, but geez, man, it's looking really good. XRP's, now interestingly, and many of you know, XRP is one of those it's the bridge crypto between the crypto world and the precious metals world. XRP, again, because it's one of those ISO 22 contract, whatever it is, cryptos, that and Stellar Lumens, XLM, but XRP in particular, it's for the people who are for the precious metals people who are into crypto, a lot of them like XRP. So it's definitely that bridge. So it could do really, really well. And $10, I think, is pretty much a given at this stage. Gaming coins, yes, I'll be looking at gaming as well. AI and gaming tokens. So GALA is a gaming token, I think is what you're saying. Recently listed an AI coin. Okay, good. I spent heaps of my son's Robuxes over the years. Does that count? Robux. Out of interest, Tony, you're talking about Roblox, are you? Depending on how old your son is, I was just reading this the other day. Be very careful with the Roblox community because it is not age verified. And I've seen some disturbing stuff I've heard about disturbing stuff in the chats. So just be careful if you've got a young son. Just be careful with that, or a young kids on Roblox, the community, because there's a whole chat feature and anyone can pretend to be a 10-year-old. Just a little heads up there. Looking at AI and powering solutions to do your own research, of course. I'd be happy with $1 GALA. Yes, I think that would be fantastic. Still astonishing how so many buy a parabolic breaker. Still astonishing how so many buy a parabolic breakout. FOMO, yes, of course. The FOMO is real. I do agree. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? If asked, I recommend XRP. There you go. See? So if anyone, this is why XRP could do very, very well. Ondo, I do have Ondo. I just bought Ondo just recently, Gerald, for the real world asset play. But I think we already spoke about that. $5, I'm buying an island for GALA. Ooh, good on you. Nice. So you must be heavily invested. Gerald says 0x0 is AI smart contract project sitting at 35 cents. Hang on. 0x0. Give me 1 minute. I may not. I'm not. This isn't going to be a whole charting thing. 0x. Oh, dude. 0x0. Ooh. Okay. It's on BitGet. Yeah, and something. I'm going to have a quick look at that while you can't see it. Ha ha. It's at 29 US cents at the moment. Ooh, interesting. I may have a look at that another time, Gerald. I'm going to now add that to my thing to watch. Thank you for that. Let's see. Oh my, the crypto positive incoming admin makes a big deal, especially with Gary Gensler gone. Gary Gensler's out, or he will be out with the new admin, and that's real. That's why XRP went through the roof. They said Gary Gensler's resigning. Whoop. Like that. We went to all the comments. Again, we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers now, 866. I can't read all the comments, otherwise I'll be here for 2 hours. So super chats are a way to get your comments seen quicker. Any war will be about the next world reserve currency. Yes, of course. No, it'll be about energy. Usually wars are fought over energy production or the control of energy production. Mainly, but yes, could be fought over a world reserve currency as well, because that's, it's fought over money, fought over wealth. To the moon, says Steph. Hit the like, guys, says Neckers O'Reilly. Yes, please. Neckers O'Reilly says lots of interesting news coming up with XRP, and we'll continue to push. Okay, my son is almost 17. Okay, good, fantastic, excellent, good. He's I'm sure he's a fine, strapping young lad. Gerald Draper says, good luck and enjoy the deep dive. Yep, glad it's on your radar. It's on the radar now. And you'll email me soon regarding osmium. Yes, please. That would be fantastic. Gerald, I'd love to get you on the channel. If you'd love to be, you can do it anonymously. We can do it just with your voice. You can point your camera, your webcam to something like a piece of crystallized osmium or something, and then you can talk about it. Although if you're happy to have your face on the camera as well, that's great. And yeah, we'll talk about osmium. I'd love to know more. Thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10:38. We've been going for 1 hour and 8 minutes. We're going to get out of here. I would like you to grab your tasty beverages. This has been Good Morning Stackers for Tuesday, the 3rd of December, 2024. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. Tomorrow, you will get live gold, silver, Bitcoin analysis. You'll get a topic of the day. If it's something that's topic worthy, hit me up with an email if you've got something that you want to share for a topic. And of course, last but not least, we just got to do it, people. We got to dance out to the theme song. This has been Good Morning Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. Good Morning Stack. It's podcast. That's right. Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronised Slurp. Now
in
we're
3,
on the move.
2, 1.
Good Morning Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Thanks for watching, people. Love your work. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. Follow me on X, subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow.